back to Social Media Shows, and this is Vegas Views. I'm your host, Jason Velez, and this is
Nicole Vegas. We have a special guest today, Thomas Peterson.
Yes.
Thank you so much for taking the time. I know you don't live here in Las Vegas, but you did travel here, and just welcome on Vegas Views.
Really looking forward to this interview.
Oh my gosh.
Nice.
I've been following you
And I've been
glad to
following
be
you.
here. Yes.
We've been following each other, supporting
Yes.
each other in the acting showbiz industry. Because you need to connect with other people. It's not just here in Vegas.
Right.
There's so
Absolutely.
many talents around the world, and I'm so glad that I get to share who you are and what you're about with the viewers here.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
well, networking is so important. I mean,
Absolutely.
that's
Absolutely.
the number one thing, and pretty much anything you do, you have to network, you have to meet people, and yeah. So
What I
it's-
liked about you too is the pictures are really amazing with him horseback riding. I love
Oh, yeah.
horses.
Yeah.
So what made you get into horseback riding? Can we just share a little bit about who you are before you went into the showbiz world and pulled in as this talented actor? How
Well, the horseback riding, I'm a novice. You know, I've rode horses. I've been galloped a few times, you know, on a horse, so I know how to do it. But this was a professional training, this last one.
Okay.
So I learned quite a bit, and I learned a lot of the things that I was doing that I shouldn't have been doing. So I kind of learned the proper way of horseback riding. Yeah.
What you were trained on, what was the set, and can you give the viewers an idea, a little bit of what you did learn as an actor with your talent? You already had horseback riding skills.
Yes.
What did you learn that was a little different than what you wouldn't normally be learning if you were an actor?
Well, I mean, I learned from cleaning the hooves.
You have to do that?
Yes.
I never
The
did
way they
that. It
clean
looks
their hooves,
scary.
Yeah, I've done that, yeah.
They showed you how to
Yeah.
grab the leg and everything, and then putting the saddle on, putting the blanket on, the saddle on, how to.
Strap it. and
Yeah, I'd
everything?
never done that before. I've just hopped on a horse and rode.
Right.
So that was new.
I've never done that either. Now I think of it. That's something. How long did it take you to learn that? How did you feel when you were?
It was a little awkward learning, you know, because I hadn't done it. But the lady teaching us was real good, and we did it through I belonged to a stunt crew in San
really
Diego,
cool.
Nice.
and this was one of the classes they were
Do
offering.
you want to give a shout out to the stunt crew?
Yeah, SoCal stunt crew in San Diego. If anybody's looking to join a stunt crew, that's the place to go.
Yes, and if you ever do happen to move out here to Vegas,
Oh yeah, yeah. There's
Jason-
another stunt crew. Yes.
Yeah, all right here in Vegas. Right
I'll
here
be
in
looking
Vegas.
you up. Yes.
yeah, that's really
yeah.
cool. Can you share about your character role and the name of the film? Are you not allowed to release it? Because sometimes
Right.
Not yet. No.
not yet.
We're getting close. They've got a lot of the main characters cast. There's some big names. Danny Trejo.
Oh, you have to work with him. How lucky!
Nice.
Everybody
Yeah,
gets to
I-
work with him, I think, but me.
Oh, me too. A lot of us.
Yeah, Danny Trejo. There's a couple other big names. John Schneider, who used to be in the Dukes of Hazzard, he's in
Really
it.
Cool.
Kevin Sorbo,
Oh, yes.
Hercules.
Yes.
Yeah, he's in it. So yeah, I'm looking really forward to
That is
it.
so cool.
It's a big budget film, but I can't talk a lot about it.
Oh, that's it. Okay,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
promise that. I promise I won't try to squeeze any more
Yeah.
information out.
Yeah, it's going to be filmed probably in the spring.
Oh, very
So,
good.
yeah.
Very good.
Oh, good. So how did you start in this showbiz? How did you start exactly? Where were you like, I think I want to do this? Was it later in life? Were you younger?
Yeah, it was later in life. I was about 6 or 7 years ago, and I wasn't married at the time. I was engaged, and my wife now, fiance, she said, "Why don't you take acting classes?" So, when your fiance tells you, "Why don't you take acting
See how
classes?"
smart
What do
you
you
guys are?
Yes.
What do you
Smart
do?
guys.
You take acting
Yeah.
classes, and I've loved it. I fell in love with it. She's been involved in the business most of her life.
Oh,
So she's from. You didn't tell me that behind the scene.
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
knew that she is an instructor for belly dancing. So I was like,
Yeah.
I wonder if I can.
Yeah, she got a degree, bachelor's degree in theater and dance. And so she's been involved in theater and that off and on most of her life. She tried to hit the big time in LA. She lived there for a while. She got on some soap operas and stuff. But then she got married and had kids and kind of, you know.
You know, that's what happens when we get
Yeah.
married with kids. I
Yeah.
did that too.
So she kind of put that on the back burner.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
So besides the one project you're working on, what classes did you take? What kind of stunt training did you have so far to get you where you're building your resume, your IMDb page?
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Well, I took acting classes, Terry Ross in San Diego. It's called Acting Professionally. I took those for about 4 or 5 years, and then when the pandemic hit, that affected everybody. She went to online training, and so I didn't take those classes. The stunt classes, I started that probably about 6 months ago. And we've had some weapons training with another company that trains people with weapons. They've got archery. I haven't got into that yet. They've got motorcycles where we're
I
waiting
can
on
picture you that too. I can picture when you're saying Western. I can picture motorcycle. I can picture you that too.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the motorcycles. They've got a lot on the stunt training, but I'm still new in it, so I've still got a lot to learn. Yeah.
We all do.
Yeah.
We're kind of like all figuring it out together, finding who our film family and friends are, and
Right.
building. I think that's really important because then we can look out for each other too. It's really important to know, who you can rely on and get good information and not be misled.
Yeah.
So we're all going through that. We all had to deal with that kind of stuff.
Building skills.
Oh my gosh, I'm really excited. I do hope that now that we're here in person, we got to meet Neil Patel too. He has this upcoming production. It'd be great for us
To work
together. I would love it. I would love to see what you guys all can do together on set.
Yeah. Well, I saw him on the post, his name, so I sent him a friend request. He accepted, and that to me, networking is probably the most important thing you can do in acting, and probably anything.
Right.
Networking. I mean, you could be the greatest actor in the world, and if nobody knows who you are, nobody knows you're a good actor.
Right.
Yeah.
And,
So,
and
that's
I
really
think a
important.
lot of don't know how to communicate. They don't know how to talk to people.
Yeah.
And I've been to events, and you could be standing but never communicate.
Never
Hey,
talk
I'm this,
or-
I'm
yeah,
this,
yeah,
and then
yeah.
that's where it is though. You really have to tell people who you are, what are you about,
Yeah.
and what do you want to get accomplished. What do you want to get accomplished in this? What do you? I'm like, if you're all like, really, what do you?
Yeah. I think I learned networking. They have a 48-hour film.
Film festival?
Yeah, they have it in San Diego, and they would have get-togethers where if you wanted to join a team, it's
That's
making a
right.
short film in 48 hours. But I think that's where I learned networking. They would have these meetings and where you could go in and we'd have actor, director, or whatever
Right.
on our shirt, and we go around talk to people, and that's kind of where I learned where this networking is really important.
Absolutely.
That was a really good piece of advice because Jason just went through his first
yeah.
49 now. It's not 48. Now
Oh,
it's
really?
up to 49 hours.
Yeah,
Oh.
so they,
Yeah.
everything you just said, and I learned a lot in a short period of time, and networking, and the same thing. December 1st, they're gonna premiere all the shorts, and hopefully we win.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you said, it was go, go, go,
Yes.
and team building and so forth. Yeah, great.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's how I met Nicole.
I know, just through other people.
Right,
And,
Yeah,
but that's what it's all about.
yeah. And
Yeah.
you gotta ask. You gotta ask questions.
Right.
Yeah,
And they have to be answered because if
Yeah.
they can't, then maybe they got to figure things out before they bring it
yeah.
our way. Yeah.
The last couple of years have been, the pandemic really slowed things down for me, but I guess this year it started to where all the networking is starting to pay off.
Right.
Absolutely.
I know the right people. I know a few of the wrong people. I know the right people, and things are starting to happen. I've got cast in it's a streaming service. It's a Paranormal Manifestations. So they're doing 6
Nice.
episodes. So I got cast in that. We're starting that in January.
Congratulations.
Nice.
Yeah.
That would be
Yes.
fun. That's fun, those
Yeah,
TV
yeah, I'm
series.
looking forward to that. Yeah.
That's going to be amazing.
And of course, the one I can't talk about, that's going to be in the spring.
Maybe next time we'll have to
Yeah.
have them back on so we can talk
Yeah.
about it, share with the
But
viewers.
there's a couple other smaller projects that I've got lined up, and it's all due to networking.
That's
Beautiful.
amazing. I'm also gonna send to you a couple of the casting agents out here, since you're so
Yeah.
close, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Why not,
Mhm.
why not build, cause
Yeah.
that's what's part of it, you don't wanna just be in one area, you wanna be global,
Yeah.
Mhm.
right? So if you had the opportunity to work in a different country,
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. 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 Yeah.
I'll take it, I know you'd take it, I wouldn't take it by myself though.
Yeah.
By myself,
Yeah, like I
like, I
said-
have a couple, talents that can, also be on this set with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, we come out to Las Vegas from San Diego about maybe 4 times a year.
Mhm.
And if something comes up, you know,
Yeah, there you
we
go.
can schedule our trip out here at that time. You know?
It's really,
And,
I love it.
and the one I'm not allowed to talk about, that's gonna be in Utah and Tucson, so.
Oh.
And
yeah.
there's filming industry there. There's other people that they just had a mixer. So I'm
Mhm.
gonna screenshot. Just remind me, like Nicole, because there's so many people I get pulled in a lot of different directions. So I scatterbrain and then I forget, and I have to circle back around. But now that you're gonna be in that area, I do want to send you more information with other people that I do know in
Yeah.
that area.
Mhm.
And it's just building. So they're like, oh man, we need this for this part, and
Yeah.
you know
Yeah.
what? Actually, we just met somebody that fits that part, that
Yeah.
can do it, that has the
Right.
skills, that put the time and money
Mhm.
into acting classes, stunt training.
Mhm.
You also were a producer,
Yeah,
so you have that idea now on other sets what it needs to be like. You're familiar. You've been taking the initiative to build yourself and your career.
Yeah.
And you've
Right.
done it
yeah.
Right.
without
Right there,
sharing
you've
too much
been,
information, though. 'Cause you can't.
Yeah, I mean,
Sometimes they ask for somebody, do you know anybody who's an actor but also does horse riding?
yeah.
You know, and now we
I
can
do
say
horse riding
yes.
too, Jason.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Sorry, I'm just teasing you. I'm just like, you gotta put my name first, Jason. Just teasing. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
But, yeah, social media's huge. I
It
mean,
is, it is.
Instagram, Facebook, I put everything I possibly can out there
Nice.
for
Yeah,
people to
that's-
see
that's
me, and I
important.
network with people on Facebook and Instagram, so, yeah, it's real important.
Right.
Yeah, I was just looking at myself. I'm like lounging all around, you know. That's be careful in these chairs, you know. That'd be embarrassing. I'll fall off it. So, what is something that you've wanted to work on that you haven't yet? Do you want to kind of put that out there? What have you wanted to experience? Like, say, like with stunts, I
Right.
want to catch on, just my arm on fire and get pushed through a window.
What we've done so far on stunt training, the weapons training has been pretty cool.
Yeah.
What kind of
I mean,
weapons?
well, it's handguns or rifles, but it's like kind of like a SWAT team type
Right.
I'm
situation.
talking like building clearing, where they're
Yeah,
shooting on
yeah,
that.
we've
Yeah.
done some of that, and it's, you know, I love it. I mean, I would like to use
Pursue
that in
that.
a film.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be some good training.
yeah.
So if you had to do like say a first responder, would you fit more the mold of police officer, SWAT, detective? There's different roles in that.
Mhm, mhm.
Which one?
I'd like to do SWAT.
You like to do the
Yes.
SWAT? Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, that's another element of
Yes.
training and getting in there and you know.
Yeah.
stuff
But I'm in the
front.
middle of another production right now. It's a feature film, and I'm one of the leads, and I'm playing an assassin.
Ah,
And
nice.
I'm
I
loving-
picture you with that too. Like
I love,
everybody says
I'm
something.
loving that part. Yeah,
Yeah.
I do. You know.
Picture that.
I mean, if I get typecast and stuff like that, that
You're
wouldn't
fine.
bo-
You're
wouldn't bother
fine
me a
with
bit.
it,
Wouldn't bother me a
right?
bit.
All
Right?
day long,
Yeah.
you're like,
yeah.
just send it my way.
Yeah.
So is there your IMDb? I think are you the 6th or something? Can you just share with the viewers how they can look you up on the IMDb?
IMDb.
Thomas,
It's Tommy Bear.
is it Tommy Bear?
I believe so. Yeah.
Is it? I
On
don't know. I have to
IMDb.
look that up.
Yeah.
And then where's your other social media platforms so other people can support, connect with you, and you can support them back? How does that? Can you please share?
On Instagram, my handle is Thomas Peterson Actor. They can look me up on that. And Facebook, you just look up Thomas Peterson. And
Yes.
if you see a picture of me with my wife, then you found the right one. There's a
Okay.
lot of them out there,
Well,
but
there
yeah.
is. There is
yeah.
a couple of people that
Yeah.
have my same name too. I'm looking myself. I'm like, what is this? There's like 1,000 Nicole Butlers. Like, oh, this is lame.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
But if anybody wants just to email me too, it's actor.sandiego@gmail.com.
very cool.
Yeah,
I am
very
looking
good.
forward to one way or another supporting you and hopefully
Oh, yes.
See, nepotism.
Absolutely.
Nepotism. That's what happens. There is nepotism. I guess
Yeah.
that ends up. But I feel like you have a lot of talent. I like that you have that background too with the stunt training, and you took classes, and you're seasoned now. You're aware. You know how to get it done.
Yeah.
And now that I know secret like assassins and all that, you like the guns. So have you ever? What's your favorite gun? What have you fired? Before I wrap everything up, because I'm kind of curious now.
I was in the military.
Thank you for.
Yeah, 4 years.
Service.
4 years in the Army, and then 16 with the Air Force Reserves.
Very nice.
But in the Army, I was infantry, recon.
Aw.
So I worked with the M16 a lot.
I'm tracking you because
Yeah,
I was in the Air Force. You know this,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Jason was in there.
Army, retired Army.
I meant
yeah,
Army.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
We're all veterans, so.
Yes.
That's really cool. What your favorite though? Like I had the M60. I had a 203 grenade launcher.
Grenade launcher, right.
Mhm.
Or do you like the handguns? Do you like more
I
like
like-
Glocks?
Yeah, I like the M16. And then we also had the TOW missile, which was on the APCs.
Mm.
It's a big missile. The
Yes.
Dragons
Mhm.
was another missile we used. They probably don't even have those anymore.
Right.
I know we had the APC,
Yeah.
Armored Personnel Carrier. Those are long gone,
Yeah.
because I was in the Army back in the 70s. And so it's a whole new Army now.
Oh,
Yeah, but you look a lot younger.
Yeah.
I'm just letting you
Yeah.
know. So, you
I
know.
appreciate that.
Yeah, and that's
Everybody
really,
hear that?
that's important because I think there's also a group that supports military veterans too for the movies. There's a
Mhm.
link. I'll send it.
Yes.
Somebody sent it to me, but I never fully followed up on it. I kind of
Right,
get
right.
distracted while I'm navigating through whatever's coming at me.
But
Um,
today,
I appreciate,
Yeah.
you'll get it out, right?
yeah, I appreciate whatever you can do for me.
How
And
about-
you've been great. I mean, really,
Thank
you know,
you.
you've
Yeah,
been real
I mean-
helpful, just bringing me out here on this.
That's Maria. Thank you
Yeah,
so
and
much.
Maria,
Maria.
yes.
Thank you,
Maria.
Maria.
Thank you,
You're
Maria. Behind the camera, Maria.
Yeah, and I got to
she's
meet
got a
your
lot to
beautiful wife and your sister-in-law and
Mhm.
My brother-in-law.
yeah,
Yes,
and
yeah.
they have talent too. I mean, it's just who are you? What are you about? The meat and
Yeah.
potatoes, and then it's like wow. I mean, it just opens up so much more of opportunities.
Yeah.
And I like that
Yeah.
part, and I can picture you in everything that you said. The Western, the assassin.
Yeah, and I love
yeah,
those
yeah.
parts. I mean, you know, like I
Yeah.
said,
Right,
if
yeah.
I get typecast being a cowboy or an assassin,
And,
fine
and
with-
having that
fine with
military
me.
background is huge.
Yeah.
Well, he's got a great look. I mean, you
Yeah.
could play all those parts, even medieval and,
Yeah.
you know. So,
I'm actually
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
too. That stop that,
Yeah.
because I'm trying to look at it. I just keep looking at it with all these different looks in my head. But that's what sells.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the look.
Oh yeah, yeah. The look is huge.
Yeah.
You can walk into an audition and you don't even have to do it.
Yeah.
Right,
They just
right.
look
They'll,
at you.
they'll work with you. They'll work with
They'll
you.
work
They'll
with
tell
you,
you. I was
yes.
like, you know what?
Yeah.
You do have the look. We're just gonna have to
Yeah.
figure out with your
Yeah.
skills. You gotta work on those a little bit.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah.
But it is. It's like pointing it out. What do I need to get done, and then getting it done. And I am looking forward to those. Can you please share when you're allowed to share? So even on the Vegas Views group on Facebook, when you do have that part, you're able to share.
Oh yeah,
Or
yeah,
behind the scenes. 'Cause I love behind the
Yeah,
scenes.
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Great.
I eat that kind of stuff up when
Okay.
you're allowed to share it. When you're not,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah, I can. The one I'm in right now is called Land of Wolves, and
Land
we
of
did
Wolves.
some filming in West Texas.
Oh, wow.
We went out there. It's about oil companies, and so we got some shots of the rigs,
Ah,
Oh, I
Very
love
good.
contacts,
that.
and things like that. Yeah.
So you had to shoot out in Texas?
Yeah.
I want to shoot out in Texas. See, I'm like pouting now.
We went
What is-
out to the town I used to live in,
Oh, wow.
but I haven't been
Can
there.
you share? Can you share the
Fort
town?
Stockton.
Okay, I'm just.
Yeah, Fort Stockton.
See, I don't know if people, I don't,
Yeah.
sometimes there's
Mhm.
people that are followers that aren't really.
It's a small city. It's about 8,000, but
Wow.
I hadn't lived there in like 40 years.
Yeah.
So there was a restaurant there that was there when I was living there.
Oh,
It's
wow.
still there?
Yeah, it's still there. Yeah. But most of the people are gone. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
But it was nice to
Very
kind of
nice.
like reminisce a
Oh
little bit.
yeah, yeah. I got this.
Oh,
I
it's
mean,
just
it
like memory
looks.
lane.
It looks the same, you know,
Yeah.
because it's just a small town.
Yeah.
It's out in the middle of nowhere. I mean, it's 100 miles from any other town. You know. So.
I like Texas. They're friendly
Yeah.
except for the fire ants. I found out you don't stand on the, I'm like, the ground. I'm like, what's hurting? I'm like, I got pain
Oh,
on my.
fire ants, yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the ants are
Yes,
getting
yes.
at me.
Yeah, and they they signal each other.
Oh, is that what
And
it is?
yeah.
Because they
And
definitely
they all
did
bite
say
at
that.
the same time.
Oh, wow.
Somehow, I don't know how they do that. But
Yeah,
they,
I had like all these red marks. I forgot that that's what they do, the fire ants out there. So when you do when you're on a movie set, definitely know the location of what's out there.
Yeah.
Especially if
Yes.
you're
Fire
filming
ants.
outside. Yes.
Fire ants, tarantulas, scorpions,
I know about-
rattlesnakes.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
lots of tarantulas.
Yes.
Yeah. They have that here too, though.
Oh yeah, yeah.
There's a Nelson's Ghost Town. Oh, next time, did you ever go to Nelson's Ghost Town?
Have not.
He's
Yes,
they're
good
leaving.
place.
Him and his family are leaving right after this.
Yeah,
Hold on,
yeah.
let me wait. Really cool place to shoot,
Yeah.
explore. Check
Oh,
out
really?
Nelson's Ghost
Yeah.
Town next
Okay,
time. Yes,
yeah.
but there's rattlesnakes.
Oh yeah.
A lot of
Mhm,
rattlesnakes.
mhm.
All right. Well, thank you so much for just being
Well,
on the show, taking
thank
the
you.
time, and get to meet you in person and your
Yes.
family. It was
Yeah.
amazing.
Well, thank you for
Yeah.
bringing me on. I mean, this
Yeah.
this is huge for me, and
For
I
us
look
too.
forward for us to stay
Something there
connected.
will be something that
Yeah.
will be brought about. Maybe it
Yeah.
won't be for me, but it'll be for you guys, and I'll always be on the lookout. We say bolo, be on the
Bolo.
lookout, because everybody's like, "What's bolo?"
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, thank you so much again. And is there anything else do you want to add?
No, I just
Yeah.
I'll be back out, and hopefully maybe we can do this again.
Absolutely. So you
Yeah.
can share some of the goodies that you could
Yeah,
share.
I'll have more stuff to talk about.
Jason,
Absolutely.
close
So,
it out.
so that's it for our show. Thanks to our amazing guests and my co-host. And we will see you next time on Vegas Views.
Bye, everybody.
Welcome to social media shows. Have you been watching social media shows recently? Of course you have. We have been live streaming for 4 years across social media platforms. We produce over 70 shows with over 1,000 episodes. In the process, we've helped over 100 creators realize their dreams and start their own show. We give platforms to promote your business. If you are an artist, if you have an event, if you are entrepreneurs, or if you have a story. If you haven't done it yet, go ahead and subscribe and follow us on major social media platforms. And if you have a great idea of a show, join us. Social media shows can help you produce and live stream your own show. Let us help you make your dream become a reality.
Hello, everyone. This is Joseph Skoda with Social Media Shows. Well, I thank all of you for your support through these last several years, and it's been a lot of fun. We've given people a voice they never had before. Now, Social Media Shows is always collaborating with our veterans to help them do things and help out the veterans who are struggling today. And we teamed up with GI Connections, connecting veterans with resources. So please consider helping and donating to this great cause because we're always doing things for veterans. So GI Connections, Social Media Shows, and you is what makes the world a better place. Once again, Joseph Skoda, proud United States Air Force veteran.